Go ahead.
How have guys kind of responded to that in the days after that game?
Sunday was, Saturday was really bad. Sunday was probably equally as bad, just in terms of going over the film, watching it. It's typically an off day on Sunday after a Saturday game, but we give one day off a week, but we flipped days. Took Monday off, and everybody came in on Sunday. It was more mental. I think the physical. It was a physical part of it on the floor in practice, but it was more just watching it and seeing the mistakes that were made, trying to learn from it.
Is there anything in particular that, after you watched the film, that you were disappointed in, especially?
I would say something that's kind of plagued us this year, and these games have been stretches where we shoot ourselves in the foot, and whether that's at Oregon, we're up 5, have momentum, and then you kind of see an entirely different team start playing in the second half. Or in this case, we had played pretty well early, and it was 24-23, and then all of a sudden we started committing turnovers, and we weren't getting back on defense. And I mean, some of the things that, yes, we could control, and Arizona had a lot to do with that. And so you watch some of the stuff, we could, after rewatching it, I don't know how many teams are going to be able to defend Caleb Love if he could make a 30-foot contested three. I don't know what defense you could deploy to stop that. And then and just Balo's big and experienced, and he got our front court in foul trouble, and so there were a lot of reasons that it got out of hand. But I guess the overall message is that there's got to be a response by all of us to do a better job to not allow the game to get out of hand. And we just didn't do that.
Bobby, some coaches would maybe avoid watching that kind of tape back and put it off to another day. Was it important for you to get your guys back in the next day and kind of talk through it as a team in a way?
Yeah, there was too much just a lack of rebounding, getting back on defense, things that we should be able to do a better job of. So it was immediately, I thought the best way was to get it out of our system was to all be there again quickly. And I thought that gave us the best chance to be competitive tomorrow. We had to see it again, understand it's unacceptable, and then try and move on. Particularly, what it means to Arizona State and the fans, people that went to school here. We're in a different era of college sports where there's so many guys playing in different schools that, do they understand what it means for people to lose that way to that team? How that stings. So there was something extra there that they needed to understand about, what that game means. And I think we failed, all of us, in that way.
How important is it going to be next time out against Washington to get off to a good start, just to get some positive mojo kind of going again?
I mean, I think it's always a plus if we could do that. It doesn't guarantee anything. I'd much rather see us close like a freight train, as the game is going on, and just really taking over the game. But you never know, like, the impact of losing like that, how, what it does to your team and how they're going to respond. And so we'll know tomorrow.
Coach, how do you get your team ready for this final stretch of the year leading into the Pac-12 tournament?
I mean, there's still a lot to play for because the seedings are not decided yet, and there's still a chance to move up if we avoid the types of stretches we've had in some of these games that have cost us. And if we could play better and finish better, there's a chance to again have thinking about Vegas and where we end up in the standings. Do you want to be known as a team that had a winning season or a losing season? Because either is in play right now with 5 games left. So that's the decision that we have to make as a group.
Coach, when Collins isn't operating at his highest level offensively, you didn't have double-digit points in that last game. Who's that next scorer who you look to put points up on the board?
Yeah, well, I think it's tough. We have Jose that we ended up running a lot of offense through at Arizona because there weren't a ton of answers for getting the ball to go through the basket. I would love to be able to have someone that we could throw it inside to besides Jose. And unfortunately in that game, it was a revolving door with our front court in foul trouble. So it was hard to stabilize anything around the basket. But to answer your question, I think, we just need guys like Adam Miller and Jemiah Neal to be the most next logical candidates to. And when all four of those guys, Jose and Jemiah and Adam and Frankie, are all playing relatively well at the offensive end, we're a pretty tough team. We're a dangerous team. But Frankie he played hard in that game. He did not have his best offensive game, but he played hard, and he had to deal with some foul trouble in the first half as well. So, but he took ownership of it. He wants the responsibility of being in a game like that and just playing better.
Besides winning this next game against Washington, what do you want your team to accomplish during the game?
In this game? Yeah. Just want to see great attitude. I want to see effort. And that doesn't mean that the ball needs to go through the basket or that you have to be perfect all the time out there on the floor. But I want to see a team that plays with a lot of fire, desperation, and not a team that feels sorry for themselves for what happened on Saturday. Thank you, guys.